Our 2021 New York State Snowmobile Awards recognize the people that have gone the extra distance year after year. With this in mind, please help us recognize this year's award winners. Our 2021 Glenn Hayton Safety Volunteer of the Year Award. This new award is in memory of a former district director and safety advocate, Glenn Hayton. This award recognizes an individual or group who is deeply committed to making snowmobiling in New York State safer for all. Our award winner has been actively involved in organized snowmobiling for more than 15 years and is a member of 4 different clubs. He has been an active instructor for his club's New York State Snowmobile Safety Course. He has attended multiple Sled NY educational forums, taking advantage of many of the training courses available to include chainsaw safety and groomer operations. Additionally, he is a trail captain, ensuring his assigned trails are properly marked in accordance with the New York State Trail Signing Guidelines, and is head of landowner relations for his club. He has taken actions to improve safety at road crossings and on corners within the club trail system. He has also coordinated the club's annual Vintage Sled Show and the annual Landowner Chicken Barbecue. He also heads up the annual Breakfast with Santa and the Easter egg hunt and a pancake breakfast. He stays involved during the off-season by being involved in building a float for an annual parade in the club's hometown. He procures the Nyssa safety trailers to bring to club events to help provide educational and safety materials to snowmobilers and potential snowmobilers. He acts as his club's ambassador to landowners, local emergency rescue personnel, and neighboring clubs. He has been known to stop and fix trail signs even on other clubs' trails. He recently created a heavily signed track on club property to provide new riders a place to learn signage without being on an active snowmobile trail. The Groomer of the Year award is given to an individual who has distinguished him or herself in grooming operations for their clubs on the New York State Snowmobile Corridor Trail System, in addition to the many other projects they involved themselves with. Our award winner has been active in grooming for his club for over 10 years. He has groomed approximately 550 miles of trails over 400 hours this past season alone. He is versed in the use of the club's New Holland tractor groomer and has trained 12 people in groomer operations over the years and continues to recruit new operators. Not only does he donate hours to making the trails safe and flat, he also serves on the club's board of directors as a trail captain for 18 miles of trail. With his extensive knowledge and experience with heavy equipment, he also takes the lead on groomer maintenance and repairs. He also allows his club to store their groomer on his property through the winter months. During the off-season, as a semi-retired business owner, our winner spends much of his time helping local farmers with seeding, haying, and hauling. When an emergency arises, he is one of the first to respond, day or night, whether it is a groomer struck off trail, a breakdown, or any other kind of emergency on the club's trails. He has been known to build trail reroutes with his personally owned equipment. His club president tells us he is the ambassador to the community, working issues with landowners to resolve off-trail trespassing issues, noise issues, and all other types of complaints. He is known by all as an honest, trusted, and hardworking man that can find solutions to positively resolve these problems. The president also says his positive attitude, friendly nature, and wide set of skills make him the glue that helps our club do what we do. He is known as the GOAT groomer operator in his area, meaning the greatest of all time. His wife says her husband is happiest when he is in the groomer. The New York State Snowmobile Dealership of the Year Award was established to annually recognize a snowmobile dealership that is deeply committed to organized snowmobiling and is involved with snowmobile organizations striving to make the sport safer and more enjoyable in the future. This year's selectee has been in the powersports industry for more than 38 years. During this time, he has built not just a network of customers, but a community that he treats like family along with the employees. He regularly donates toys for needy children at Christmas and is active in providing cold weather wear for the local underprivileged community. This dealership maintains links on their website to their 5 local clubs with full contact information for club officers. After many years of manual trail maintenance, he purchased a trail groomer with his own funds. Additionally, he spends many days in the spring and summer brushing and fixing the trails in preparation for the next snowmobile season. Not only has the owner and the leader of this dealership built his reputation in his community, his loyal and dedicated staff follow in his footsteps, allowing him to take some time off and groom and enjoy the trails he maintains. This dealership maintains a huge inventory of parts, and their factory-trained technicians are there to get snowmobilers back on the trail as fast as possible. The Snowmobile Club of the Year Award was created to annually recognize a New York State snowmobile club that exemplifies club operations and involvement in the community throughout the year. This year's winning club was established in 2020. 2 neighboring clubs recognized the value of combining resources and pooling their talent to make snowmobiling better and safer in their county. They saw the value of their many dedicated members that actively participate in club functions and realized this cannot be done without the pool of talent their volunteers bring to the table. The club has over 1,000 family and individual members. The club conducts 2 New York State snowmobile safety classes each year. This past year, they graduated an average of 20 students per class. They have 3 certified instructors are in the process of completing training requirements for more members to become instructors. They have built a timeline to target and complete various projects such as purchasing a trail maintenance and grooming side-by-side, culvert and bridge installations, overhaul of running gears on their Class A groomers, and building a groomer barn large enough to house their grooming fleet. They maintain 65 miles of secondary trail, while they work towards establishing corridor trails along a newly abandoned railroad bed, connecting them to other counties with their groomers. From the combination of clubs, they have a total of 8 groomer units. This club groomed well over 500 total trail miles this past winter. Due to COVID restrictions, the club was unable to meet at more than 10% of their membership, which impacted many member-centric events. Our winning club strictly adheres to the Snowmobiler Code of Ethics and the Zero Tolerance Program. This award is named in memory of 2 pioneers of organized snowmobiling in New York State, John Albert and Ed Dutcher. Their stories, as compiled by the Nyssa staff from contributions and memories of several members throughout New York State, are listed in your forum materials. Our recipient has been active in organized snowmobiling for over 30 years and has been the club's trail treasurer and Phase 3 coordinator for several years. He also serves as chairman of the club's board of directors, as a trail captain for the club's primary corridor trail, fundraising chair, club meet raffle and grill raffle coordinator, snow drags chairman, grass drag committee member, vintage snowmobile show coordinator, and club delegate at several Nyssa and Sled NY forums. Literally, he has his hands in every aspect of his club's activities. Since their president stepped away from the position, our winner has stepped forward and organized and chaired both online and in-person meetings. He has worked with the club's board of directors to create fundraisers that can be undertaken during the COVID-19 lockdowns, as many of their regular activities have been curtailed. He has spearheaded a budget building initiative, as the club has never had a budget before, and he has taken on updating the club's bylaws to reflect current day realities. He assumed the reins of the trail treasurer when the previous treasurer stepped down. Responsibilities include all trail-related bills, paying invoices, reimbursing trail build expenditures, organizing receipts, tracking all expenses, and preparing all data for the annual Phase 3 filing. When the club members expressed frustration with the trail building and fundraising being the sole focuses of the club, our selectee brought forward an idea to build and host a winter club and host fire company only snow drags on the club's grass drag track. This has been an enormous success, and he continues to chair this annual activity using his own personal racing light system. This race is done at no cost for their members. When the club's grass drag started to build momentum, the club needed to widen the track to 4 lanes and move to a computer sensor-controlled racing format. Our award winner personally created and built a programmable logic controller and added software to allow the printing of time slips. He also put together a full plug-and-play sensor and racing light system. He also created and hosted the annual vintage sled show at the grass drags. At last count, he owned 19 vintage sleds. When the club took over the concurrent ATV and dirt bike races, our selectee built a start-finish line racing light system for that track also. Recently, he has been blessed with the addition of 2 grandchildren to his family, and he can't wait to get the little ones on sleds. One of his sons tells us his favorite memories were out in the shop working on vintage sleds with his dad and his brother. Our winner would tell people it keeps them out of trouble. His son says he didn't understand it back then, but he got the snowmobile bug from his dad and not only learned how to rebuild engine and clutches, but he also learned how to diagnose and solve problems, along with patience, dedication, and persistence. They also raced vintage sleds together. Additionally, having the snowmobile bug, he said, ensured that he never had enough money to get into trouble with drugs and such. He says he is forever grateful for the time spent in the garage with his old man and looks forward to doing the same with his daughter in the near future. Our winner's dedication and commitment to organized snowmobiling and to his community, along with his commitment to excellence in all activities, best reflect the values of the people this award is named after: John Albert and Ed Dutcher.